I can't believe it!
We're going to Sundance!
We made it to Sundance.
We're here.
We have a lot of meetings. None of them are scheduled, but we're taking them. We're going to be going to a lot of movies.
We're going to see every screening we can possibly see.
I expect to see at least 12 movie stars, and I expect to make deals. I expect to make movies. I expect to make a difference. We're going to the world.
We're going to walk the red carpet. It's time. We're sold out.
They don't have tickets to any movies. I guess we were supposed to get them before we showed up.
Sundance, man.
I thought we were going to get into Sundance.
We came so far. We flew this entire way. Like it's at least a 2-hour flight.
I just can't win.
We hit a little speed bump. I've got a plan. The plan is this. I am going to get so drunk that they will make a movie about me at Sundance.
Do you think they'll let us in the theater to watch it?
Wait, so you're saying we're not seeing a movie?
Yeah. What? Yes. Yes.
We're not going to any parties?
It's I have a lot of understandable explanations.
No tickets, no reservations, no parties, no nothing.
Well, we found out.
Do you know how cute I made myself look for
so
this?
You know how cold it is out here?
It's all little.
The kids.
Would you like my gloves?
And the sitters.
You guys, I have scored us some tickets to a very private, very exclusive screening.
Oh, thank God.
All the other customers seem to have left hours ago. We got the bill, and André paid for our dinner.
It's so beautiful.
This is so boring.
In hindsight, I should have researched about the tickets in advance. Sure. I should have just seen if you needed to have reservations or just a little internet search to see if anything was required of you before you got to Sundance. And that's on me.
Let's not point fingers.
Okay.
Let's not blame anyone. Let's not sit here and try to make one person feel terrible for completely screwing up in every way manageable.
Thank you for that.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
I just don't have an interest in doing that to you.
I don't have an interest in that either.
Jacob.
Okay.
I feel like if we did that, it's not productive. I don't think it's very helpful. What I will say is when we looked at the movies,
yes,
and we were trying to decide which one we're going to break into.
Yeah.
And we're going through the list of stuff. I can't help but feel like I was looking at a lot of movies and there was like 2
that I was interested in.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Tops.
Which I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I don't want to say that I questioned everything.
Right.
Existence, meaning, purpose, life, everyone.
All of it. And it was like, is this the Sundance that I expected when I arrived?
Yeah.
Right? And
well,
it wasn't.
okay. I'll tell you what. Park City didn't disappoint.
Yeah. The city itself is absolutely beautiful and fun, and I had a great time.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
It was a really fun place, and they were really cool with us running around with our cameras, shooting all the stuff, doing the things.
But the festival itself did have this kind of a letdown. There was a letdown. And apparently it wasn't just us. I read this article in Variety the day we got back from the trip about how this year was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
So things, the tide is shifting at Sundance.
It's funny. I kind of equate it to the Oscars a little bit.
Okay.
You remember how the Oscars used to be like Super Bowl for Hollywood?
Yeah.
Unforgiven or Howard's End, Scent of a Woman, The Crying Game, or A Few Good Men. I love Jack. He's sitting right there smiling at me. I feel like a Laker girl. It's unbelievable.
Parties all the
yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and you have guesses, and
It was fun, and then the movies were up there, and you knew what the movies were, and you had an opinion on which one was the best, and it was like a thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I actually tuned into the Oscars.
I usually skip it these days.
Yeah, and oftentimes I'm not tuning into the Oscars because I look at what the finalists are, and I'm like, I think I heard of this one.
Yeah.
I think I might have heard of this one.
Oftentimes.
I didn't watch any of them.
Yeah.
But I maybe heard of one of them.
Right.
And I feel like Sundance and Oscars have kind of gone the same direction.
Right.
That's kind of was my takeaway when we were done. Because, look, the movies we watched in our little private screening,
Yeah.
right, were
fantastic.
We made a little joke about My Dinner with André, but that's actually a really good movie.
It was an excellent film.
Actually a really
Life-changing.
good film. Yeah.
Top 5 for me, man.
Yeah, it's people. That is the butt of the joke. From Waiting for Guffman, and people use it to reference something that's like incredibly dry, incredibly boring.
Right.
But if you've never seen it, buckle up, man. That's
really
a philosophical masterpiece.
Yeah, really good. And then we watched Saturday Night. Was the
the
second
new
one, a double
Jason
feature.
Reitman about the first episode of Saturday Night Live. It's literally the 90 minutes that are leading up, and that was a great recommendation, Mike Clayton. That thing is fast. That is fun.
That's a new film.
Yeah, brand new
That's
film.
a great film. So it's not like good films aren't being made.
Exactly.
They are. But there's like I think a desire right now to be culturally relevant instead of just telling a story and finding out if people find it culturally relevant.
Yeah. And we're not the only ones. The article was basically saying that, last year was even better than this year, but it's starting to kind of go downhill, and that there was this one film that people got excited about with Alison Brie and Dave Franco, and it was called Together.
I think it got a deal. It did well.
Got a
It's like it
deal.
was classic Sundance, right?
But they said after the first 5 days, that was like one of the only movies that sold, and a lot of the people that were sent from Netflix and Amazon and Apple just weren't aggressive about buying, so there's a lot of films going home
They were
not
also
being sold.
difficult to find. Did you notice we were going up and down? Like I saw the Apple party room, which looked as dead as a doornail.
Yeah, it didn't look fun.
And I'm trying to think of what else. I think Dropbox.
Dropbox,
Adobe was there.
Right.
And none of them were. It wasn't like there were lines of people who were desperate to get into these places. It was kind of like,
this place is dead anyway.
A little bit.
Yeah,
a little
Love
bit.
that movie.
Little swingers reference.
Swingers action.
But I don't actually want to blame Park City. I thought Park City nailed it.
Yeah, Park City's great.
Look, you had to wait for a little bit to get up to the parking area, but there was a parking spot right next to it.
Yep.
We got there. We went in. The street was full, but it wasn't like you couldn't breathe. You could walk up and down it, and you can do things. They had all of the restaurants there. Amazing, man. The lunch we had was
my God.
bananas.
We went to that brewery at the top of the hill, and
yeah.
every single one of us, what we ordered, we were like, this is outstanding.
Yeah.
So shout out to that place. It was incredible.
Yeah. And then we went to that Tequileria.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So fun.
And then we went down to what was the name? The High West, to High Noon, or
High West.
High
baby.
West Distillery.
to
Yeah.
get our, and that was real. That was a blast.
Really cool.
And it was, and the shops were great. I mean, Clayton almost bought a
hat.
$2,000.
He almost refinanced his home to buy a hat.
A hat. It was like $1,000 hat and like a $1,500 jacket.
Yeah,
But
made
man,
of.
I would have looked like
furs.
Man from Snowy River.
You look like the Hateful Eight, 100%.
There's a picture somewhere, isn't there?
Oh,
You in that?
and here it is
yeah.
right here. It's so cool, right?
I mean, I wanted that jacket for you. You know what I mean? I was thinking about chipping
Thanks,
in.
pal.
I was literally looking at my wallet and I was like, I should donate to this jacket.
Well, if not for Jamie demanding her $3,000
I know,
jacket,
right?
earlier,
Yeah,
right?
no, she was like, I want this jacket so bad.
I know.
Oh,
So-
there was some crazy stuff. I found a book there too in that bookstore. I found I found a beautiful version of The Hobbit.
So Park City nailed
Park
it.
City crushed it. Park
Crushed
City absolutely is a treasure of a place and
Yeah.
a wonderful spot to hold the event. And so I found it very confounding when you told me what you read.
I read that they are planning on moving Sundance out of Park City and by 2027. They're looking at either Salt Lake City, which isn't too far,
Yeah, it's right down
or
the street.
Boulder, Colorado, or Cincinnati.
What?
Cincinnati. Passamaquoddy. So they're thinking about moving Sundance out. And
Is there headquarter office in Cincinnati or something? That's interesting.
yeah, I don't know.
No, look, I've been in Cincinnati. I actually like that city.
Yeah,
it's a cool
good
place.
city. So the problem is they're saying in the articles, which this feels a little bit like smokescreen here. They're saying like, well, the festival has outgrown Park City. It's just too huge now, and the city can't contain it.
I call BS. They outgrew that city 30 years ago.
Exactly. Like it's always been big. It's always been crowded. And if anybody knows knows anything about popularity, you want it to look that way.
When did Pulp Fiction come out?
94?
Yeah.
94, and so it's probably found in Sundance 93.
93, probably, I would imagine.
I remember reading about the bananas insanity
of Sundance.
in Sundance back in when Pulp Fiction was found.
Absolutely. And I've known for years, I've known people who've gone, I've seen the photos, I've heard the stories, and everybody always goes like, oh man, Sundance is crazy. That's been going on for decades. So it's not that the city can't hold it. It's that the ticket sales are plummeting. The movies' quality aren't generating as much appeal.
I think the quality may be fine. We didn't watch them. The quality of the movies could be great. It's just that the content isn't content that I think we've had a lot of that content.
Yes.
I don't think the filmmakers are doing a bad job.
Right.
Like I don't think it's not like they're bad filmmakers making bad movies.
No,
it's
they're
like
great films.
you can only watch so many stories about blah, and there's a theme that continues to go out about I have to make sure I find the relevant button. I have to be artistically relevant. I have to be culturally important.
Right.
To tell you the truth, after looking at all of the different list of movies, I got depressed reading the descriptions of every single one of the movies. I was like, this is brutal.
Yeah.
Right. I think that when you have those now and again mixed in, they're pretty profound.
Yeah.
Because not everything you're seeing isn't that, and so you're not bombarded with just depression.
Yeah.
Like when movies take you to a place that brings you out of the funk, then you have room for someone to show you, hey, there's people going through funk.
Yeah.
And you can accept it because you're like, well, I haven't just been killed by, Like when you watch Saturday Night, as an example, you probably have some room in your heart to watch something else.
Yeah, and you hope that the Sundance festivals are going to bring you something off-kilter fun amongst art, right? You're just kind of looking, you want an experience that's going to take you to a lot of different emotional places, right? If you're going to go to a film festival, you want to feel the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights. And I just wonder if we've just gone down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think that there's a lot of difficulty in the world at the moment. I think there's a lot of people struggling with that. And I think people want to talk about it, which I totally understand.
Right.
I totally get that. I just don't think that other people in mass have much interest in hearing about your problems because they have their own.
When you think about the history of filmmaking, the Great Depression, filmmaking blossomed and bloomed and made a killing because it was escapism. People were going there in droves because their lives sucked.
Yeah.
They were in the Depression. They lost all their money. They couldn't feed their kids, but they saved up 5 cents to go see a beautiful movie with beautiful people doing beautiful things. It made you want to do more beautiful things as well.
I can get out of this.
Yeah, that's why it's our time. That's why it's our time. That's why I'm here to tell you it's our time.
Down here?
Down here.
Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
What I'm trying to say is the world needs a film festival that will lift you up.
You raise me up
so I can fly. No, that's a different song.
Whatever it is, we need a place that people will go, and there's beautiful, amazing, talented filmmakers, but when you leave, you're like this. Well, all right then.
Exactly.
And that's why I think we got to do it.
So we've had this discussion.
Yes.
So we even got a green light from the company to do as part of a plan we put together.
Yes.
I think that after watching Sundance, we all kind of made the decision that plan cannot wait.
It's time.
It's time. Absolutely. We've never been more sure that we were on the right path than after going to that festival and then reading about it not even being in Park City anymore.
Right. So we have this fun idea that combines modern entertainment on YouTube with the kind of historical entertainment on the silver screen.
Yes.
And a way to marry them.
Yes.
Have them make sweet love to each other.
Yes.
And in that sweet love to create beautiful movie babies that everybody can love and enjoy and want. We're going to be revealing all of this very soon as we get the details together, but within 1 year there will be an Upward Spiral Film Festival.
Upward Spiral Film Festival, and we'll have more idea of what that means exactly and all the things surrounding it.
Right.
But it's going to change a little bit of what we have to do here at Upward Spiral for the next few months because we got a lot of work ahead of us.
Part of the way that we're going to make this work is to tie it into what's happening on YouTube.
Yes.
So our show is going to be related to how we tie that into YouTube.
Yes.
Which I know that sounds kind of cryptic and weird, but trust me, it will make sense.
Yes. And for those of you who've fallen in love with this show, we're not going anywhere.
Right.
We're going to do something very, very cool with this.
Yes.
It's just going to require a little zhuzh to get it where we need it to be.
Yes.
And that's
you will see us still here on your favorite set,
Yes.
just doing something slightly different.
Yes.
slightly different. So it's not going to have to rebuild a whole set or do a whole thing.
No, not
it's
a relaunch.
It's just that we have to make sure that the festival's locked in, have a few contracts in place, do a couple things like that before we can start the thing we want to do.
Exactly.
In the meantime, we're going to sporadically continue to give you top quality content.
Like we always do.
But maybe not every week because we're going to be a little bombed on doing this.
Yes,
little
and a little bombed. Literally.
A little drunk?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. We are making a festival to cultivate a community of creative minds to come together and grow the future of cinema.
If you are a filmmaker who feels like you're frustrated that nobody is finding your stuff or caring about what you're saying or what you're doing, this is possibly for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you also agree that movies can be fun like they used to be, this festival's probably for you. If you like scary, if you like comedy, if you like romance, this is probably for you. If you want to make a down and dirty story about the hell of life and the struggles and the difficulty and the rest of it, there are so many festivals for you.
There's so many festivals.
There's all the other festivals.
You can apply to every one of them, and we will send you links if you reach out.
Yes, and actually, I get it. You've got a story to tell the story. Tell the story, and we're actually all for it.
Yeah.
But this particular festival is just a different thing than that. We're going in a different direction.
If I want to make an 1980s sex comedy, is this festival for me?
This festival is for you.
If I want to make a crazy, insane Guy Ritchie-esque, like heisty thing where everything goes crazy and it all comes together in the end, this festival's for me?
This festival's for you.
If I want to make a porn, is this festival for me?
No. If you want to make
this is
Dancer in the Dark or Irreversible, this festival is probably not for you.
No, this should be a festival where you can bring most of the family.
Yes.
Maybe not the tiniest for all of them. There might because I think horror is something that people get a lot of joy out of and fun, and we want to include that in the festival.
What about if I want to make The Shining?
I mean, look, that's a timeless film. I think maybe the category at the festival will allow you to know that's what this is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if that's something that brings you joy, then we'll have an After Dark.
I think it's one of those things where we're going to, unfortunately, I'm not saying don't submit that film.
Yeah.
I'm saying that we might watch it and we may have to make a call. We might send you a beautiful letter and something's just saying like, this is a brilliant, amazing film and we love what you've done, but maybe it fits somewhere else.
Yeah. We are all cinephiles. We have grown up loving and caring about films. And if you know us personally, you know we love a ton of different kinds of movies. It is something that it will be up to us to decide. And I think that after the festival exists, it'll be clear to you too.
So you're saying that we're bringing great movies back.
That's what I'm saying.
We're bringing the fest back to festival.
Yes.
Ooh, for the festivals.
Yeah, the festival for the festival. Yeah, exactly. I love it. We're bringing it back. We're bringing a fest. It's a party. It's
festive.
an event. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that.
It's going to be festive, and we are going to search high and low. We have a very unique and clever way to find our films, and like I said, it will involve the YouTube community very massively.
Very much so.
So be prepared for it. And if you just get ready to send, because everything we're doing is going to involve cash prizes, distribution deals, and
all of it.
The rest of it.
Yep. Absolutely. And this is going to be, no matter who you are on this earth, you have a chance. It's that easy. You will be able to enter this festival and give it your best shot. I promise you.
Yeah, we're not here to exclude you because you don't have a star in your movie.
Exactly.
Oh, that's huge. Oh, man.
Or you don't have the most expensive, perfect gear. This is about good story, good execution, really being able to make us feel something. And that's really all that we care about for you to get there.
And as a hint on the spoiler, the entire thing we're doing to find our festival finalists involves a person being, at the end, very creative, very on their toes, very on their feet, and able to work quickly, nimbly, and with very little money.
Yes.
So the point actually is how creative can you be with less?
Yes.
Yeah.
So more information coming soon. We wanted to do this special episode to kind of set it up. Like I said, we got a couple more episodes of Upward Spiral that we had in the can that'll be coming at you over time. But then you're going to see some fun little skits and fun silliness and bizarre things to kind of get us there until we can launch this puppy, which will be very soon.
All right, you guys ready for your catapults?
Absolutely.
Yes!
Let's catapult out of here.
Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for your filmmaking behind the scenes catapult.
Okay.
Igor, would you give me a hand with these bags?
Certainly. You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the turban.
Stop that!
Basta.
May I go in?
Stop that! Good. And action! Stop it! Drop it! Drop it! I was referring to the luggage.
Yes, master.
This way, ladies.
It's going to be a long night, so if you need any help with the girls, don't hesitate.
Good night, everybody. That's perfect. Good night. Spiral upward, spiral upward, spiral upward. Yeah!